Hello again, everyone. It's Avelinivius. Thank you for joining in on another episode of Cairn, where we're going to continue climbing on the Mount of Kami. Last time we got through some pretty harsh conditions of climbing. We were faced with climbing in the rain, which was quite scary, but luckily it didn't turn out to be quite as bad as I thought it would be. We also almost got stuck in climbing in the night, which would be another heartbreak, but in the end, all the things considered, we managed to go through everything without big trouble, and we're going to be starting off the climb today early in the morning so that we have as much time as we need to be climbing safely. Yeah, climbing in real life as well um, is best done as early as possible when it's available to you. Sort of like getting ready for a hike in the mountains, right? You want to start as early as possible so that you have as much time as you need for resting on the way. If I'm struggling here a little bit, going to need to focus a bit more. Stretch up. Go to the left, to the right. Okay. Yeah, you're going to be wanting to start as early as possible so that you give yourself as much time for the hike as possible, especially if you go on a hike that's going to take you a long time. And when you're climbing, when you're going on a climbing trip to climb some rocks, some hills, then you also want to have the option to have as much time as possible, considering that climbing on the rocks is pretty tiring. The routes that you are going to climb, one climb can take up to like 40 minutes of climb, maybe even an hour if you're not experienced or are not comfortable when climbing. And you're going to be also having to have as much time for resting as possible. Um, but yeah, enough about that. Water can. Sure, let's take it up. Okay, I didn't actually want to climb on that, but sure, why not? I wonder what this is. Oh, I think I know what this is. It's one of those, um, what's the word for it? Not a cabin, but like this trolley that you can use to travel through the mountains on those steel ropes or beams or whatever. Yeah, I think um, this thing right here is broken, seems like. So it maybe was used at some point, but probably harsh conditions made it impossible to maintain this thing, and now it's broken. Okay, we're going to continue now. Even though the conditions do not allow for a safe climb, that's okay because I already got a feel of what it's like to climb in the rain in the game. I don't think it's worth to go onto this ledge right here. So we're just going to move up here. Yeah, sadly I'm going to have to leave this sort of cave that we saw in the previous episode, because I don't want to waste time on that, as I didn't really see any suitable way to proceed with the climb from there. I hope I'm not mistaken, because then I'm going to be sad with myself. But yeah, let's not get hung up on that idea and just proceed with the game as usual. Pretty general climbing here, rather easy and simple. There's another plant to pick up. I think I'm making a mistake by doing this. I keep confusing the tab key for my inventory. Okay, I'm actually just going to leave this plastic bag for compost, as well as some of the plants, because I don't want to have too much stuff laying around in my backpack. There doesn't seem to be any limit, however, yeah, for the amount of items that I can compost, but it seems like the more stuff I throw in, the less amount of time it's going to take to generate, yeah, a bunch of chalk for me. Okay, I think I'm going to drink this clear water can and immediately compost that as well. Maybe we can also eat this. Yeah, and I think that makes for a good usage of our space in the backpack, so we're going to continue on. There's some rope here. Oh, and a dead guy.
I'm sorry, friend. Sometimes you come for the mountain. Sometimes the mountain comes for you. Looks like it was her turn.
Dear Gabriel, I am devastated. Your fever never subsided and your leg wound healed belatedly despite my poultices. Should we have gone back down, as you requested 3 days ago? I thought finding the pearly edelweiss would solve all our problems. I know you've never enjoyed my interest in all that troglodyte folklore, but can you imagine a flower with miraculous properties that can cure even the dying? Forgive me for clinging onto this idea. It was the only hope I had left. Camis Summit is for the two of us and no one else. That promise now has a particularly sinister ring. But allow me to search a little longer, if you please. Stay here, save your very last breath of life for the Edelweiss. I'll be back soon. Roberto. A map was included with the letter. This shelter looks just right for a few days. Stay. Plus, you'll have a great view. Okay, it seems like there's a couple of routes marked on this map, as well as an arrow pointing to some sort of a ledge. Maybe there's a camping spot there, although I can't imagine how do I make out the way from this map if I don't really know where I am at the moment. And the self-screwing piton. Okay, I think I'm going to be needing to use those pitons a bit more often, because I have already two laying around in my backpack doing nothing. Okay, I was thinking whether I would be able to use this flowing water to fill out my containers or whatever. Okay, let's go over to this side, because I don't remember whether there was any sort of passage through here. I don't think there's any. so we're just going to be looking for the best path to climb. Okay, there's some backpack here on this rock face that we may want to investigate. There's also a plaster of honey. Okay, I can check the map. No way. No way. The map marked some spots for climbing. That's amazing. It's only just the beginning of the game, I feel like, but it manages to surprise me so much already. Okay. If I want to visit this cave, I could honestly just climb onto here and just rappel down. And I believe I may want to actually do that. I think that if we rappel down without collecting the pitons back, then we're going to be able to climb up the rope, actually. So, yeah, I think I'm going to be looking forward to trying to get to this backpack somehow. I think it's going to be best if we go over here to the left, try to climb this spot. I think there are some good ledges here, then traverse to the right from here. But we might be also needing to rappel down to this backpack if we want to collect it. This seems like this part of the rock face is too slippery. There are no holes or ledges available for climbing. So I think I'm going to do that. Let's not waste any more time and just try to realize the plan that we came up with. Yeah, not the best climb. Let's put our heel there. Hold on to the ledges. Shake off because that was actually quite tiring. Let's step over here and put our feet back up. Push out with the right hand. Grab the ledges. Shake off again. Why not? Look for any other ledges available. Here. Right hand. Right leg. Reach up. That was nice. Okay, good. Come on, Ava. Okay, seems like we are at the part of a rock face that makes us lean forward, and of course I hope you can imagine that this is going to be the easiest sort of climbing, because yeah, you're leaning forward. The more you lean forward, the less tiring it is to climb such a rock. I don't remember what it's called in the climbing terminology, but there is also, of course, the counterpart of it, which is the overhang. That's the part of a wall, like for example up there in the top left corner, where you lean backwards. The more you lean backwards, the harder it is to climb such a rock. And there's also the all-renowned climbing, which is called a slab or slab climbing, and it's pretty much similar to what I'm doing now, where the rock face is just fully vertical, so it's like what's it called in English? Perpendicular to the ground. So it like makes a 90-degree angle in regard to the ground. And this type of climbing is all about balancing rather than
So close.
strength or relying on holds. You're going to be looking for the best possible body position in order to keep your balance and just not fall, like I did right here. I'm in a bit of a pickle right here because I didn't really plan this part of the route, so I hope we can do that very quickly. I think Ava is in a good position to stay in spot in the place and not move. There's this tiny ledge here that I can grab onto, but I would have to bump my legs up a little bit, and from there I don't really have a plan on what to do, because we're going to be just trying our best to go through it and see what happens. And here as well, this isn't the best route, but we gotta do our best. Maybe let's put our right leg here. Doesn't seem like it's working. Okay, actually, let's just get back and chalk up for this section. When in doubt, just use more chalk, which is the running gag of climbing, or one of the running gags at least. The other one is the all-renowned saying, just go up, if you don't know what to do when climbing. Like, imagine I was in this situation just now, that I didn't know what to do because I didn't really see a way forward. Well, the way forward is up, of course, because you're climbing up. And here I believe this part was quite tricky, and the best way to proceed is to go here. Maybe let's place our hand here, the left hand here. Let's go down a little bit, or maybe here. Nice, we can fit our left leg here and go like this. Nice. We got through this section. So far it was the hardest section of the climbing. But we managed to do it. It didn't really even look that hard. But it felt hard, definitely. Okay, so we're going to rappel down here where the climb bot is, in order to grab the content of this backpack. Very nice. And let's rappel down a little bit. Backpack. Sugar? That's it? Okay. Well, that was disappointing. But alright. Okay, I'm going to use this opportunity to give you a bit of an insight in what is happening when Ava is traveling up and down on the rope. So, first of all, you can see, One point of the rope is attached to the climbing boat, which is like a counterweight for the weight of our climber, Ava. And that way she can safely use a piece of equipment to travel on the rope itself. So the rope has enough strength to withstand the weight of Ava and also the friction that the piece of equipment generates. I'm not sure what kind of equipment was used here as reference to create the one that Ava is using. The most common one in real world is the Grigri, which is like a semi-automatic piece of equipment for belaying, and you can use it to rappel down on the rope. So you just push the rope through the device, and then you can use it in order to go down on the rope. And when going up, you can see that Ava uses two pieces of equipment. First one used for the leg. If we go down a little bit more again and go up, you can see that she has some sort of a rope attached to her leg or her foot, and she's stepping on it while it is being attached to the rope as well, with high friction so that it doesn't slip, so that she can use it as some sort of a step or like a step of a ladder, so that she can stand up on it. And then another piece of equipment is used to push up the rope. It isn't shown when I don't climb up, so we're going to be starting to climb. I don't know what this type of equipment is called, sadly, so I cannot really tell you. But it's used so that you can use your hand in order to help yourself up the rope. So you grab, first of all, you mount it to the rope, then you grab onto it, and if you are below it just enough, then you're going to be grabbing on it and pushing yourself towards this piece of equipment. And if you reach a certain height, then you're going to need to reposition it up the rope and do it once again. Like, imagine you would climb a rope with your hands. You would place your hands as far up as possible, then pull down on it in order to push yourself upwards, and then once again reposition your hands so that you can proceed. It's kind of a similar way of climbing here,
Go get the pittance.
but yeah, here you're just using some sort of equipment for it to make it easier and safer as well.
Got them.
Okay, scary stuff here, but the view is definitely worth it. Okay, I think we've had enough of the view, so we can continue on. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to do the thing that I wanted to at first, and that is to rappel down to this cave that we saw earlier. First we're going to have to climb up here. Our climb bot is probably not amused that we do not use it as much. But if it's not necessary, then I don't think there's any need for it. Okay, there is a small pika right here. At least I believe it's a pika. There's a small infographic about the mountain ranges here.
All these
Let's see.
peaks. Like familiar faces.
Ringdos's cabin. The last refuge before you reach the slender peaks of Kami. The Ringdos's cabin has all the amenities you need to plan a hike in the region. Don't miss the chanterelle omelette in the bistro. Well worth a trip. Okay. Tenzin. The famous Tenzin climbing gym is located on the mountainside of the rock formation of the same name. Located 1035 meters high, it offers climbing enthusiasts the opportunity to train both indoors and outdoors. Now, that's something to be dreaming of for a climber, of course. Laka. The rocky peak of Laka culminates at 3,549 meters. Offering a variety of ascent options, it's a prime destination for climbers looking for a challenge. Kami's cable car. Okay, that's what it's called. Forgot the name. The region's leading tourist destination, the Kami cable car. The shortcut is only recommended to aspiring athletes looking for a thrill. Yeah, not anymore, sadly. Okay, where was this Laka peak? I think it was just there, above my head.
These
And
skies are like nowhere else.
oh, I think we need to drink some water. Let's do that, why not? I think this building up there is the Tenzin climbing gym. Or it might be this Ringdos's cabin. Yeah, that would make sense. The climbing gym is probably just below this sort of a ridge. Okay, we're slowly losing sunlight again. So we're going to have to speed up what we want to do. Equip path area of the Kami cable car. Please follow the red ropes to reach the points of interest. The larger faults will give you easier access to the upper levels. Okay. Yeah, firstly, let's collect this plant right here that we are able to do. Raspberries, okay, that's nice. And let's see, I think that this small cave was just about here, that's nice. So we can go here and try to rappel down. And hopefully not lose the opportunity to, the ability to go back. Read. I climbed even higher this year. I think I'm the youngest climber ever to reach these heights. Cite Adam. Okay, I missed one of those previously. I thought they were just part of the landscape, but it seemed like I wasn't just far enough to read it. Okay, I'm going to recall the climbing bot because I'm actually scared a little bit to proceed before saving. So I'm going to save the game first, just in case we mess up. Luckily we didn't lose this self-screwing piton. And now we can safely proceed. If we fail, we have a fail-safe in the form of a save. Come on, Ava. That wasn't necessary. Off belay, now we can rappel down. We can also jump, maybe. Okay, short break. I don't need a short break, honestly. However, I will gladly fill my water jug.
Huh. Reminds me of Capsule on our couch.
Okay, that's a nice view. Going to take a break for a small picture. Okay, I got my picture. I'm happy, and now we can go to the bivouac spot. And luckily we can use the rope, although we have a small problem. Maybe I can just latch onto this wall. Okay, I got up. Great. Let's climb up. Get back our piton. And we can go over to our camping spot. And I think we have already 2 options to proceed. There's some sort of an altar for climbers maybe, or for hikers in general here. It seems like there's a camping spot right there. Also a nice spot for a short break. And here some trail to the spot that we have marked thanks to this map that we found earlier. Okay, we have 2 options to climb. I think we're going to investigate this side next, and we'll see how it goes. If there's nothing of interest, then maybe we are going to go through to the left side and get to this sort of a cable car station. But first, of course, a little bit of rest. Pick up,
Play the
Ava.
message.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ava. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ava. I hope you remember to take candles up there and a cake. Give me that, Rosie. Sorry, Ava. We figured we could still celebrate your birthday with or without you here. I think Rosie had a few pints already. You wouldn't believe how much she can handle. Anna's here too. And Tommy. Sure you heard him singing off key. Anyway, hugs and kisses. Hope you're enjoying your birthday, wherever you are. And I hope you're thinking about us, okay?
Such a goofy bunch. Happy birthday, Ava.
It's triggering me a little bit that she doesn't respond to those messages or tries to contact the guys back home. But okay. It's only a game. Well, we've got to cook something and preserve a little bit of space in the backpack. Let's do that now. An edible mushroom. I forgot its name, but it's safe to eat. At least I think so. Yeah. Honestly speaking, in terms of real fungi, it doesn't seem too edible, but well, let's see. Maybe something good comes out of it. The mushroom soup is always nice. Bowl of mushrooms. Wish there was more variety. Of course. I wonder what this third indicator is for. So far we haven't seen much of it go down. Gentian infusion. An infusion made with gentian roots improves focus. Okay, so it's just a drink. There's no food restoration at all with it. Oh, okay, and it consumed my water bottle for that. Interesting. I'm not too happy with that, but okay. I guess it's a bit better than still or plain water. Okay, that will do. But I hope that for this thing... Oh, okay, if I cooked something already, I can see what I'm going to prepare with a specific ingredient. So let's cook some raspberries. I hope that my water jug is going to be preserved. It's not, but I guess it's alright. I'll just lose the option to refill it any time I have the option to do that. But I'll manage. Okay, we can reheat stuff that gets cold over time. Good to know. Wait. Okay. I think that will do for now. Let's wait. We're going to wait until morning once again. Maybe even until early morning. Yeah, that will do nicely. Let's drink some more of this. And that's going to be fine for now. Maybe we can check out really quick how does reheating work. Store this. Okay. So it doesn't seem like we lose any properties of a mixture that we want to reheat. So there's no negatives to it. Okay, let's get out. We've got a nice save, we've got nice amount of progress, and I think we can close the episode for now. So, this has been another episode of Cairn with Abel and Ivius. Thank you for joining in, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.